It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. I'm your host. The show is called The Legends. I want to thank everybody all over the world that shows me love, that actually subscribes to my show. And like I always say, without you guys, would be no legends. And the House of the Legends, he's a DJ. He's been around for a while. And I bring you in the House of the Legends, Kervyn Mark. Welcome to The Legends.
Thank you, bro.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm excited
I
to
said I saw.
finally be in this place because you've been doing a lot of interviews. So
Thanks, man. I'm glad that you're here, man. It's my pleasure.
Yes.
You know, I've seen some of the stuff you did over the summer, man. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you.
Awesome. So, Kervyn, let's talk about the beginning for you, man. When did you actually get into the music or get into the love of music?
Well, love of music is a family thing.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, but the main person I'm gonna give my kudos to. I had a cousin in the late '60s and early '70s, and he was a DJ promoter in New York.
Okay.
Okay, he went by Crosby. Crosby.
Of course.
Crosby's Disco Machine.
Yes.
That's my first cousin.
Well, let me tell you about Crosby. I started off in the parks,
Right.
and there was a place called the Zoo.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about it,
Yes,
from Atlantic
yeah,
Avenue.
yes,
I was
yes.
a b-boy DJ at the time.
Ah.
So when I'm playing in the park, here come Crosby
Yes.
with the flyers.
Yes. Yes. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. They may be pink and white.
And
Yep.
they weren't even professionally done.
No, they weren't. It was cut and paste.
He just pasted them on and put
Yes.
it through a copy and he'd go out there.
Yeah.
But Crosby was always, promoting.
Yes. That's my first cousin.
Yeah. And
So-
when he was doing that, he was also in college at the time.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Military actually too.
Okay.
So he, I would go to some of his events, and then finally he put me on because I was doing rapping.
Right, right.
I thought I was doing rapping, and then he was doing stuff at this club on Nostrand and
Eastern Parkway, Club Ecstasy.
There you go.
Because I was in the DJ battle there that he threw.
I was in that battle. So
Okay.
guess what? We were there
I was
together.
I was DJ Star at the time.
Okay.
With my partner, Baby Ray.
Maybe right. All right, there you go. And
Okay.
mine was Magnificent Sounds, and my DJ was Mikey D. And the Dita Dolls won the contest.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there
yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Right.
So that got me into it, the hip hop aspect.
Okay.
And so I was basically doing the rapping, but then I got to college, and then I started going to the clubs, went to the garage, went to the ozone layer, and hearing the radio shows with Timmy Regisford and
Right.
and Merlin. Bob Merlin was really the dude.
Yeah, Merlin.
Merlin was. The
I
guy.
plan to have him on my show too when he gets the time.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
talked
yeah,
about it
yeah,
definitely.
Merlin.
When he see this, he's definitely want to be on the show.
Merlin, and of course Tony Humphries.
Right,
you
right.
know, those mixed shows really got me into
Okay.
it, and I started playing in college, playing in the colleges, Brooklyn College first, and then I went to Pace University. I Pace downtown, and Pace was in Manhattan, so it was in the center of everything.
Right.
And back in those days, the college parties might as well have been nightclubs because they would hire, prime talent to come in and play, and I would have to fight to try to get some light. And I built up my clientele to the point that I was doing the colleges, and then I got into the nightclubs.
Right.
And the first nightclub I got into big time was the one on 23rd Street, Savage.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
not in the way that you think, because Savage was in part of that network with like the Shadows.
The
and
best of
Bentleys.
friends. The best of friends.
Right. It
Justine's.
Justine's.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that.
Okay.
So there was this fashion maven, Suzanne Barsh.
Okay.
And Suzanne Barsh was like part of that Michael Musto crowd.
Right.
The big, Chelsea, all of that. And she was looking for a DJ. And my friend hooked me up and he was like, yo, just giving a demo tape. And I gave her the demo tape and she was like, oh, Kervyn, you're brilliant. I like the way you play. You're going to be my DJ.
Yeah. Okay.
And wow, I couldn't believe what I got myself into.
The skies was the limits.
Yeah, because she was getting the Madonnas and these people that come to her events. And that opened the door for me.
That's cool, man.
In terms of the clubs.
How did you feel being around a lot of celebrity guests? Did you actually, well, some people, like I play music and I be around some celebrity guests too. But I've seen one DJ, which I'm not going to put his name, has a few celebrities there, but he was so starstruck, man, he couldn't even play.
Really?
I mean, he couldn't even focus on, he was just playing.
Yes.
I know the difference between when the DJ's playing from when he's just offsetting, just playing music.
Yes, yes.
You can tell the trend, you can tell the vibe, you can tell the energy, but I'm like, I never heard you play like this before. What's going on? He said, you see who's here? He didn't block that out.
Yeah.
And guess what? They didn't want it back then.
Really?
They didn't.
Yeah, it's always been the opposite. It's always been, they're here, oh, we're going to have fun.
Right.
That's it. We're going to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to make them remember me. That's it.
It's different. My lifestyle was a little different because I played for integrated crowd.
Yes.
Where I would play rock,
Okay.
punk, stuff like that.
Yes.
I was a punk DJ at one time too.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about a place in Flatbush called Kabuki's.
Yeah.
Yamba used to play there
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah,
So I did that. And of course, Ozone Layer.
I played those on there too.
Greg Myers,
Yeah.
back in the days.
Yeah. I played there. I was playing for these guys. This guy Martin and another guy. The other guy, may he rest in peace. But yeah, I was playing those on there also.
And Tuesday nights. What was it? Love something?
Love Peoples?
Love Peoples.
Yeah. Oh, you were playing there.
Huh? No, I didn't play there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't play. I was there though. No, I was there the night they had the actual DJ contest.
Okay.
Trevor Fox won.
Trevor, huh?
Trevor won that night, man. He had everybody there. What's his name from Atlantic Avenue? What's the name of that club? I forgot the name of it. Juice.
Juice, yes, yeah.
So I was there. I loved to be there that day. It was different. You see everybody there,
Yeah.
man. And
Man, love people too.
love people, man. Yeah.
You were there, okay.
So my question to you is, now that you've gotten to the plateau that you have, how do you feel about that?
It's been a long journey, man. There's a lot that happened in between. A lot that happened in between. That I spoke about was about the 80s, but really the big thing was in the 90s.
Right, okay.
And the big thing that happened was I had taken a short break. I finished college. I took a short break, got married.
Right.
Got into the family thing, but I was still going to the record stores.
Of course. It's an addiction.
Yeah, it's an addiction. Yes, it was an addiction. It's an addiction. And I was going to dance tracks a lot.
Right, okay.
So there was a party that was starting. They were going to do a Larry Levan birthday party.
Okay.
Okay. And the people who were going to do it, it was Francois K.
Okay.
Francois Kevorkian. And these two lesser known DJs, right? One of them worked at Dance Tracks, which is Joe Clausel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe.
And the other one was known for DJing at a lot of skate parties, and that's Danny Crivet.
Danny, yeah.
Okay. So I went to the very first. They called it. They didn't have a name. It was just a Larry Levan birthday party.
Right.
I went to it and I was hooked. I was like,
I can imagine.
Yeah, I was hooked. And they only had maybe like about 200 to 300 people at the time, but I was hooked. And I would keep on going, and the party started to grow and to grow. And I noticed that when one of the guys would not play, they would have a guest DJ, right? So I made it known to Joe that, look, you know what? I could do this. I could play at that party.
Right.
And sure enough, one day I
He gave you some light.
He gave me some light.
Ah, okay.
I think I cried that day. But that
was your
opportunity to
time.
play, that was my time.
That was your time.
That was my time.
That was your
and
time.
they had me come back at least 4 times to do it.
That's great.
And from there, everybody got to really know who I was
Yeah.
in terms of the house community
Right.
and where it was progressing, because the shelter wasn't around and I was getting that light from there.
Yeah.
And that's what catapulted me to do so many different things.
Tell the viewers about your outside events, because it's incredible.
Yeah, I'll talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So the guy, and you're gonna know this person, the guy who got me into doing the outdoor events, it started roughly around 2002.
Okay.
2004. And that's Preston Brown.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. History in the making.
Yeah, it was Preston Brown. Preston, we became friends, and he, they were doing events at Coney Island on the boardwalk. It was Purnell, Morrison, and what they call the Black Underground. So they did it for a while, but they stopped doing it at 2003.
Okay.
There was nobody doing events out there. It was dead, right? And Preston approached me and he was like, look, man, you know what? There's nobody doing anything on the boardwalk. Let's go and do stuff on the boardwalk. And we started in 2005,
Right.
July 2005. I would go to the Parks Department, do all the
I was
legal.
going to ask you about that.
Yeah, all the legal. Every outdoor event I've done, legal.
Right.
So, and the reason was I was a city official at the time.
Okay. Okay.
So we did all of that, and we started doing these events on the boardwalk, Preston and myself. And we did them together for roughly 2 years.
Okay.
And we went our separate ways based on a philosophy. And this is where now you're going to find out my philosophy and the whole thing about the outdoor events.
Right.
What happened was, one, he felt that we're doing the events, that's enough. It's only should be us playing.
Right.
I was of the opinion that we need to put always our best foot forward, and that the outdoor events need to now start to go in a certain level. I had the opportunity to get Louis Vega.
That's all you needed.
Okay, so
That's all you needed, man.
So I get Louis to agree to do it. He's like, Kervyn, I'll do it. That's no big deal.
Right.
I just need. He had a technical writer. I just need such and such and such. Preston was like, no, he needs to come and play on what I have. And I'm like, well, this is Louis Vega. I don't think
no, he's not going to do that.
This is not
way.
gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
That's like playing. That's like taking a Pioneer mixer and turning it into a Radio Shack mixer.
Thank you.
Oh, different caliber.
Thank you. And it wasn't that Preston didn't have good equipment. It was
Right.
just that this is a performer.
Right.
He's a professional at what he does. He does it for a living. He needs to have this. So it basically caused us to go different directions. And from then, I had my own brand. And my brand was the Melting Pot. Okay. It was called the Melting Pot. We had been doing events. And that event, I got to do that event with Louis, and then from there I started getting major talent to come and do events.
That's great,
at the boardwalk. The Sting International events, those are my events. Okay. Tony Humphreys.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them. So that was the first thing, is Coney Island. The other aspect was with the Melting Pot, like I mentioned, was we were a very socially conscious cultural group.
Okay.
The whole concept with the Melting Pot was to do events that incorporated all of the arts. So it could have artwork, it could have spoken word, it could have singers, dance performances, the whole thing, right? In 2004, which is 20 years ago,
Right.
we had an election happening. and of course it was George Bush versus, I believe at the time must have been no, I think it was Gore.
Okay.
I think okay. So who you mentioned? John. Yes, it was John Kerry. Thank you very much. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Kerry. So I said, you know what? Let's do an outdoor event that we're gonna push for voter registration, right? And have people come in and talk, and we're gonna call the event House to Vote.
Wow. Now that is so different.
So we had the
Wow.
house. Yeah, we did House to Vote, and I said we need to do it at a high-profile place. I was able to get Battery Park.
Okay.
Okay, and again I got Louis Vega, I got Kevin Hedge, I had House of Rumba, Anane performed, Joey Cardwell performed,
Wow.
Kenny Bobian performed, and La Bruja, the spoken word artist,
Right.
she hosted the event. And we had like 3,000 people at that event.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, in Battery Park.
Okay.
To do and it was a house music event.
Okay.
So from the experience of doing those type of events, along with Coney Island, I built up this thing of doing, quality outdoor events
Okay.
here in New York,
Okay.
and that's not easy to do.
All right. What do you say to the upcoming DJs that's actually, trying to come out and do their things right now?
Okay, one, do not expect any breaks. You have to do you. The reason that I've gotten as far as I've gotten is I did not, quote unquote, really expect for people to put me on.
Right.
If they put me on, God bless them.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, you have to build your brand. You have to build, you have to create your opportunities. So if it means that you get a space and you invest in you and you build up your party and your social network and so forth, and you will be remembered. Remember this. Case in point. So I told you about the whole body and soul thing, right?
Right.
It was my break, but guess what? No one remembers that.
Right.
They remember the three guys who are body and soul. They remember the guys who are the residents. They remember the guys who were doing it every week. The guest, once in a while, you'll get this guest. Oh yeah, he rocked it. He was
Right.
good."
Right.
But that's not gonna carry you. It's you having something on a regular,
Right.
like
Staying consistent. In a
like
sense.
Tyrone Lowe has legends.
Right.
You're consistent.
Yeah. Well, man, it's been a pleasure, and I mean a pleasure to have you on my show. And I want to thank you guys for actually listening to Kervyn Marks. Go out there, support him. We would actually put his contacts up. We would edit it in, and you guys can call him up and see what else he's going to be doing. Another thing I want to say is that I thank you guys for for being on the show, and also I got a surprise for you. Kervyn's going to do a live set on the show, so you guys stay tuned. And this has been another T-Lo video production. Stay tuned.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
let her life is fall. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, you good things in your past. When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Yeah. Too very superstitious. Wash your face and hands. Let me go the problems. Do all that you can. Keep me in daydream. Keep me going strong. You don't want to save me. Sad is the song. When you believe in things you don't understand, and you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Yeah. Very superstitious. Nothing more to say. Very superstitious. The devil's on the train. 13 months ago, baby. Overlooking the place. 7 years.
Just mine, his or her house. This is our house.